Welcome to the bright side of things. I am your host, Elena Williams. We are super excited to finally have you here. We announced this at the beginning of the year, and here we are at the very end. But as they say, you save the best for last. I would like to formally thank our initial subscribers for believing in us from the jump. And as they say, it's only up from here. So when it's up, it's stuck. For those of you who are not familiar with the bright side of things, we are a light-hearted news outlet, meaning that we are simply balancing the good with the bad, and we are all good, but we also know that everything is not always dandelions, roses, and unicorns and rainbows. So here, we are just simply bringing out the best in our communities rather than the bad, because we have had enough of that, especially this year. 2020 has been hard on a lot of Americans and those around the world. But luckily, we are able to take these losses that we've seen and take them and turn them into lessons. Another underlying subject that we saw this year was the Black Lives Matter movement. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of individuals due to police brutality and brutality amongst ourselves. Fortunately, we were able to get a word from Glanton Jr, who spoke about how we can take this subject and move forward to create a better lives for ourselves and those around us. Let's take a look.
What's up, Atlanta? My name is Glanton Jr, and I'm live here in front of Phillips Plaza. I want to highlight someone, 7-year-old Kennedy Maxey from Sedalia Elementary School right here in Marietta, Georgia. She was shot by a stray bullet. As a father myself with 2 daughters, that touches my heart. How does this affect our community? Because if this thing right here becomes normal, then it continues to happen. And I don't know about you, but I want to protect my kids, the people around me, other people's kids, and I think that a lot of people in the city want to protect their kids as well. Another thing is we had a really big summer with Black Lives Matter, but it seems that that has died down some, and now black people are continuing to kill black people, and it's not mattering to us. So now is the time when we put more action behind that. And you can't say Black Lives Matter if you're not really going to stand for it and mean it. I think that we should pick that movement back up, but we should pick that movement back up from a grassroots perspective. Let's get back in the streets. Let's take the commercial out of it and do the hard work that it takes to get things done. So as we approach the new year, don't forget about making your resolutions that include advocating on behalf of these young women, advocating for anybody that's lost their lives due to gun violence or senseless violence, period. Remember, it starts with you. I am Glanton Jr, and I'm signing off.
Thank you so much, Mike, for that message. It was really important, and I hope that you guys truly took that in, because this year has been a rough year. Once again, I feel like I can't say that enough. This year has been rough, but we're moving forward into a better direction. So I hope that you guys took that in and you actually apply it to your real life. Okay, I know you guys have had enough of politics. I have had enough. So I think that it's about time for us to move on to something fun. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm thirsty. So I think it's time for us to go make something to drink. I hope you guys brought your appetites, because we're about to cook up something real good. This is Good Eats. In this segment, we're gonna get down in the kitchen and make something hearty. This week, we're gonna make a berry smoothie to start off with something very simple. The great thing about smoothies are they are very easy and convenient to make, especially if you're in a hurry. Also, if you want something light but fulfilling on your stomach, these are ideal. To get things started, you're gonna need a blender, scraper spatula, fresh frozen berries, orange juice, fresh sliced lemon, honey, and yogurt. Before you get right into it, make sure that you wash your hands with soap and warm water and dry them. If there's anything that we have learned from this pandemic, it is to wash your hands, please. Okay, let's get started. There is no time to be wasted. So what I normally do is I go ahead and get my berries from the grocery store. I prepare them by washing and soaking them in water and lemon juice. And then I go ahead and grab some plastic baggies. I cut them up and I put them inside of them, and then I freeze them. And I do this because you don't want to add ice to your smoothies because it will water it down. And also, berries are very beneficial for you because they carry a lot of antioxidants, and that's good for cleansing your blood naturally. Next, I go ahead and grab my yogurt. And the type of yogurt yogurt that I'm using is Icelandic, and I love this type of yogurt because it's thick and it also has a lot of protein, and also it doesn't have a lot of sugar in it. Berries already have a lot of natural sugars in it, and then you'll see I'll add a little bit more sweetener in it, so you don't want to get carried away. I go ahead, mix it up, add it in. La 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 la. La 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 la. You want to get a good amount in there. Yeah. All that. So then next I go ahead and I add my honey. This is what I was talking about. Add a little bit of honey, you know, just to sweeten it up, you know, give it that good flavor. You don't want it to be too bitter, and berries tend to do that. So you just want to add a little sweetener. Yes, and mine is unfiltered. I love that. Then you add your lemon juice. Lemon juice is amazing because it is also enriched in antioxidants and also vitamin C, and it's very, very good for your skin to brighten it and give it an even tone. So I love, love, love that, and it's good for your palate. Then I go ahead and I add collagen. See, the thing that's amazing about smoothies, you can switch it up as much as you want. You can add protein if you want. I choose add collagen rather. Collagen is super good for your digestive system. Also, it is good for your hair, skin, and nails. So I add about 2 scoops or 1, depending on how I feel or depending how big my smoothie is. So yes, ma'am, go ahead and add that. Then I grab my orange juice. Orange juice is another sweetener. And also it helps blend up your smoothie, of course, because you don't want a dry smoothie. So I go ahead and I add this splash. Yeah, ooh, a little bit too much juice, but we're gonna clean that up because one thing you don't want to be is dirty. Don't do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up, clean it up, clean it up, wipe me down. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and take that, put the cap on it. We're gonna go ahead and take it to the blender, and we're gonna see how it turns out. Un momento. Whoa, honey, is that you? I hardly recognize you. You're looking so good and flavorful and icy, girl, and got all that drip, all that juice. Yes, oh my goodness, I can't wait to eat you all up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this cool, easy recipe, and if you guys decide to make a smoothie on your own, please don't forget to tag us at The Bright Side of Things on Instagram and The Bright Side for You on Twitter. I can't wait to see how your smoothies turned out, and also I can't wait to catch you again in the kitchen next time. Enjoy! Cheers! I hope that your thirst is quenched by now, and I actually made a mistake in the segment. It is actually at The Bright Side of Things LLC on Instagram and at The Bright Side for You on Twitter. So don't forget to tag us, take pictures. I want to see videos, gifs, all of that. I want to see how it turned out. I truly hope that you guys enjoyed this next segment that I'm about to show you guys just as much as I enjoyed creating it. It is a conversational piece where we talk about any and everything. I mean, from corn dogs to black bears to whatever, you name it. I hope that you guys truly enjoy it. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you guys Light Chat. Welcome to Light Chat. We are super excited to be doing this segment because it is about every and anything, and we're sitting down and we're having real conversations. Yes. And also, it does not matter if you are young, old, or in between, or if you're girl, boy, or whatever you want to call yourself. So today I want to go ahead and introduce my host that I will be doing this with. Go ahead and say your name.
Hello y'all, my name is Margaret and I am from Virginia Beach, currently living in Atlanta, so woo-woo on that.
So tell us, what do you do now? Like, how is your life like?
Oh, life is crazy, busy, but good. I'm an accounting manager in corporate America, as well as an aspiring entrepreneur. So we'll talk more about that later, as well as a mom. So balancing a lot of things.
Yes. Wow, I'm impressed. But today, we're just gonna jump right into things because like I said, this is a conversational segment and we're just gonna make this as natural as possible and as relatable as possible. So today we're gonna be talking about life after college. Whew. And boy, life is just crazy in general right now for everybody. Yes. So tell me, tell us rather, what is your educational background? Where'd you graduate and what'd you major in?
Yes, so I graduated from the Tennessee State University, so go Big Blue, as well as I was a business administration marketing major. So I graduated in 2012, so I had some time after approaching almost 10 years. So I don't know what it'll be like graduating in a pandemic, but you know, everything has its challenges. So
that is so true. So my thing is, a lot of people are nervous when it comes to approaching to walk across that stage? And also, everybody thinks that you have to have everything perfectly put together. So tell me, how was your experience? How was it like when you initially graduated college? And what were you thinking also when you're approaching that time?
So I think one of the key things you often hear is it's hard to get a job after college. Once you graduate, whether it's the next day or so forth, it's hard. And it's really true. So I think that was my first thing, like really taking that in and realizing if I want to have a job once I graduate, I really have to prepare and really take that step to make sure that I am, you know, able to be competing against other people and really prepare for that moment. So some of the things that I did, I really took advantage of the Career Center, and most colleges have those, and it's something that people know of, people use here and there, but they really don't take full advantage of. So I would say my freshman and sophomore year, I wasn't as involved in that aspect, and you know, you miss out on opportunities with internships because they're looking for those freshmen, those sophomores. But luckily by my junior year, I was really onto it. So I went to a lot of the different events, the business career fairs, and just really being in tune with trying to get an internship. So I was lucked up and got one internship with the company. It was cool. And then I internship with Target. So once I got that, you know, I just really did well with the job. So I was able to keep that internship throughout until I graduated and was able to get offered that position. So luckily I was able to have a job before I graduated, but it did take a lot of hard work. I went to every career center event. You know, you really be professional at these job affairs. I took advantage of all the mock interviews. Like, you really had to practice and, you know, work hard for it. I got turned down on a lot of things, so it wasn't smooth. You know, the crazy part with Target, I applied for a position and I got to the last interview and it was down to me and somebody else, and I didn't get the job. Then I went to another career fair, but they remembered me and they was like, oh, hey, here, apply for this internship. And I wasn't at first. And I applied, I got the internship and got offered the job before my internship ended. So it was like everything happens for a reason, and just because it didn't work out the first time, you know, it can still happen. So it's mainly just preparing for that.
And I honestly think, like you mentioned, disappointment can really damper somebody's confidence, all of that. And I'm gonna tell y'all this right now, do not give up if you get turned away or turned down the first time. Like, everybody is gonna have that happen to them, and it's just building adversities, building character. So I would say, this is a transparent moment. I got turned down on a lot of things, but it didn't stop me from it, you know? And so whenever you just lay down and give up, that's literally the end of things for you.
I mean, a lot of times you just have to be able to adjust to what's happening, because for me, I didn't get the job and I was really trying to have something lined up before I graduated. So not everyone has this opportunity, but what I did, I stayed an extra semester in school. So instead of me cramming like 18 hours, you know, or credits for that last semester or whatever is needed, I just broke it up and took like 15 and then took like one of the courses I needed to graduate offered in the fall. So I was just able to take like some easy classes. So my last semester was real chill on top of that one, but that gave me an opportunity for extra summer and applying for jobs and get ahead of that curve as well. So you know, sometimes people are like, I'm just ready to get out in 4 years. It's just really not that serious. You just really make the adjustment, do the right moves for your major, for your career goal. And it's like you said, it's okay if you don't have it mapped out exactly, or you don't have a job right after. It's just all in how you approach the situation and prepare once you get out.
Okay, so this is another thing that just came on top of my mind. So right now we are in a pandemic, and it has affected a lot of people's jobs. It's affected everyday people from feeding their families right now. So my thing is, for those people that are feeling really dampered and down about that, like, how would you approach this? I know that, like I said, I didn't experience not being able to walk across the stage because of a pandemic, and you didn't either because it was back then. But for those who are, what would you say would be the best approach to that?
So I think the number one thing is to let go of your pride. So regardless if you're in a pandemic or your life, if you ever experience being broke, you gonna realize how to happen. So I don't have to experience a pandemic to know how it feels to be broke. And when you broke and you truly broke, not broke like, oh, I ain't got the money to do X, Y, Z, and you still going out to eat and stuff. Like when you broke and you get declined for like a $2 thing, or you scraping up change, like when you broke, you realize like, you know, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get what I need, even if it's temporary. And that's when you're really gonna shine, grow, and things are gonna fall into place. So I mean, I think people overlook that there's all these grocery stores hiring, all these warehouse jobs hiring, all these food places hiring, and they're not utilizing the opportunity to get a job.
A lot of trades places, a lot of trades.
It's just so many, there's so many opportunities out there. It's just people aren't wanting to do it because it's not their brand, it's not what they look, or they don't want these hours. But if you staying at home watching TV, what's the difference, you know? So it's like, if you really want it and you really don't want to be broke, you need to be okay with venturing out to a different outlet or journey. Accounting wasn't my major. All this path that I've been taking technically wasn't exactly what I wanted to do when I went to school. However, I've been able to utilize all of these jobs or different experiences to go to what I was doing in college and to currently go into my business and learn how those companies work. So
also, I want to say this: when you're in college, enjoy those moments, because those are moments you can't get back. Like, it's true when they say college are the best days of your life. Like, honestly,
the best. I love it. Yes.
So anybody that's feeling like any anxiety or anticipating to get out of college, just enjoy where you are at right now, because life does get really fast when you get out of college. Like I said, it's not a bad thing, it's what you make it, but at the same time, enjoy those moments because they are very precious. Live in the moment, make the best decisions you can too. Every now and then you can, I'm playing though.
Look.
Hey, I'm not about to put nothing bad out here, no, but for real, enjoy it, live it up, have a good time. That's what I mean to say. And I just want to thank you for coming here and talking. We're gonna do this more often.
Yes.
This is gonna be a regular thing, y'all. Also, go ahead and tell us about your brand and what you have going on, and also tell us where we can actually find you on social media.
All right, just for my personal page, you can find me on Instagram at Marge. .Renee, so MARG.RENEE. And then also I'm launching my business September the 30th, woohoo, and it's called Sweet Hair Treats. So it's a hair care line, and it also have hair extensions and the opportunity if you want custom wigs as well as lashes and different accessories that go along with that. So it's at Sweet Hair Treats, exactly how it sounds, spelled the normal way, at Sweet Hair Treats, and that's on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as well.
All right, well, I can't wait for your launch, because she has some great hair, y'all. Honestly, she does all of my units, she does my hair, all of that. So I won't let you down, she won't let you down. Go ahead and check it out.
Yes.
We can't wait to see you for the next segment of Light Chat. You guys be easy, be breezy, and be beautiful. Cover girl, I'm playing on. All right, y'all take care. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Woo, that was a mouthful, but I hope that somebody out there got something out of it. Unfortunately, we are coming to the end of our very first episode. Don't cry, don't cry. There's gonna be more. And I know that this was a very short show today, but there's more coming, and we already have interviews and segments ready for the next one. Another thing that I don't typically like to talk about is death. Unfortunately, we lost a lot of loved ones this year due to this pandemic and other causes. So I'm giving those who have not been able to properly grieve their loved ones the chance to commemorate them in a loving way. With that being said, I'm giving those who want to grieve their loved ones in a commemorating way a chance to send a picture, their full name, their sunrise and sunset to our email, thebrightsideofthingsllc@gmail. We will be airing this on our next episode. Thank you. I cannot thank you guys enough for joining us for our very first episode of The Bright Side of Things. I cannot wait to take this journey with you guys. Also, be sure to follow us on all of our social media outlets at The Bright Side of Things LLC on Instagram, at The Bright Side for You on Twitter. Also, don't forget our hashtag The Bright Side of Things. So if you have any videos, if you have any pictures, go ahead and shoot it over to our hashtag. Last but not least, if you are a freelance journalist or any creative that wants to have their content featured on The Bright Side of Things, go ahead and shoot your material, shoot your content over to our email, thebrightsideofthingsllc@gmail.com, because one thing is for sure, this show is not about me, it is about us, and is about shedding light on the bright things that are happening in our communities and our world. As always, I am your host, Elena Williams. I'll see you next time on The Bright Side.